Are we live? Well, welcome everyone to our January 2023 Town Hall meeting, the first one of the year. So it's a pleasure to be here as always. We don't have a whole lot of stuff on the agenda today, and I did need to tell you, don't adjust your TV sets. I'm not Ricky Stamps. Ricky's out gallivanting around with some of our friends up in Kansas City, and the lengths some people will go to get out of town hall meeting. It's amazing. But anyway, she's got a few announcements she wanted me to read. And the first one is concerning medical appointments. Residents needing BTV transportation are to give their appointment information to Kelly Goff, the receptionist, who's at the reception desk between Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And she also wanted me to say these instructions are in the handbook and the directory. But residents can give their appointment information to the drivers, but the drivers are often not at the transportation desk, so it's probably better if you just give them to Kelly, and that way you can make sure they have the information without waiting around on the drivers. It would be best if you did not leave a voicemail about appointments or leave notes on anyone's desk, as sometimes they get overlooked. So if you need medical appointments, make sure you give your information to Kelly at the front desk. Her second announcement is John Johnston in our maintenance department is retiring from BTV. I think he's been here about 21, 22-ish years, something like that. So we're having a retirement party for John on Tuesday, January 31st at 2:30 p.m. here in the Performance Hall, and refreshments will be served. So everybody please come out and welcome John to a happy retirement. So a piece of paper won't stay up there. The third thing she wanted me to announce is that Mardi Gras is scheduled on Fat Tuesday on February 21st. Reservations are required for this pre-plated dinner, entertainment, and dancing. That's also my oldest grandson's birthday. He'll be 10 that day. But anyway, Mardi Gras is scheduled on Fat Tuesday, February 21st. So reservations are required. I don't know where. I'm assuming at the transportation desk there's probably going to be a login or a sign-up book. So with that, I'll turn it over to Jennifer, and then Aaron has an announcement, and then Kelly has a couple of announcements. So. Say that again, Trish.
The Great Courses videos that air on Wednesday night.
Okay, the Great Courses video that air on Wednesday night is going to start next.
Starting next Wednesday, 7 o'clock, and it's on North America. We've been doing.
Ooh, that sounds good. So the Wednesday series, the start next Wednesday, February the 1st on North America. What time?
We had 2 episodes, 7 to 7:30, and then 7:45 to 8:15.
So
Paperwork will be at the information center.
okay, paperwork will be at the information center. She didn't have that on her list, so but thanks for.
I didn't realize she wasn't going to be.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up though. So, okay, Jennifer.
Good morning. And if your New Year's resolution was to get in shape, it's now almost February. If you have not started it yet, consider personal training. We have 2 wonderful interns with us this semester, and they will be doing that program. Space is limited, so I have a sign-up sheet at the transportation desk. It's going to be first come, first serve, so get signed up, and you can sign up if you're finishing physical therapy and have exercises you need to work on. If you're just having trouble getting started or need accountability, sign up for personal training. If you like group class, I'm going to be starting a new class. It starts Tuesday. It'll be Tuesday and Thursday at 9 in the convocation room. This workout is the workout I enjoy doing. So you're going to be getting a lot of strength training for your upper body. We're going to be doing standing Pilates, which is great for balance, great for the core, and lots of other little things that I just kind of find interesting and going to be sticking into this class. So that class will be a 45-minute class starting on Tuesday. Please give it a try. It is open for all skill levels. So if you're curious, come try it. And I guess that's about all that I have, so I'm going to turn you over to Aaron.
Morning. Okay, this information is just for the ladies, maybe 2 or 3 guys. Y'all know who you are. I'm certified in mouth-to-mouth now. So just think about that for a while. Just ponder it. No, I am actually, but what I wanted to say is that I'm going to be going to an instructor course for CPR, AED, and first aid, to where I'll be teaching the rest of the security staff all that. So, because we're usually the first ones that come in contact with you guys when something happens. So, and especially after hours when resident care is not here, you know, we'll be there for you and help you out however you can. And I'll also be able to teach, you know, any of the other residents, even, well, residents or staff that who want to learn it, I can teach them too, and y'all can be certified. So that's it. That's all I got. Kelly?
Good morning and happy Friday. I am not certified in mouth-to-mouth, so I don't know. I don't know if that's the direction I want to go. Well, I really just have a reminder for you today. Maybe you've seen these little posters around, or you may have gotten an email reminder. If you have not had your portrait taken yet for the pictorial resident directory that we have located in the Low Vision Library, then we would love for you to take advantage for the time frame that I've got set up for taking photographs next Monday from 1 to 4. I'll be in the chapel, all set up with all my lights and backdrop and camera, and would love to see you. If for some reason you hated your first picture and would like to have another, feel free to drop by. It takes probably 3 to 5 minutes total to have it done. I know in this whole process when we've been taking pictures, and I think I've got close to 300 residents' photos taken, which is a lot of pictures to edit. But in this process, we've actually had some people that have asked for copies of those. I am thrilled to provide those, and am tickled to death when you do want to use them for whatever purposes. One thing I want to make sure you understand, we are not printing them here, but I can share the digital file with you, and then you can get it printed at any number of places. A lot of people go to Walmart, Walgreens, that type of thing. But actually, just recently, I was working with Buzz on getting his printed, and we just sent the files directly to Bedford Camera and Video. They printed them very inexpensively, and then Buzz was able to just go pick up his pictures whenever they were done. So really, really simple. So if that is something you want to do, just get in touch with me, and I will make sure to get those files sent based on the copy that you would like to have. So, but we're not printing them here at Butterfield. That's just too many to keep up with, and we don't know which ones that people would want. So if you have any questions, reach out to me, but hopefully I will see some of your smiling faces on Monday. Thanks so much.
Well, we have a light agenda today, but I've got a couple of announcements to go over, and then we'll open it up for questions. But our plans for the special care remodel are being submitted to the state and local agencies for approvals today. We're trying to get a pre-construction meeting scheduled for next week, and we're not getting our times matched up real well. But anyway, the plans are being submitted. Hope to get started on that sometimes this spring. The approval process is always can be a difficult process to work through. Sometimes the agencies will approve it without question, and sometimes they'll come back with a whole laundry list of questions. So we'll see how this process goes. But the other second announcement I have is Memo's wore me down on the buffet line, where I've instructed Memo to give us some options on a buffet line that doesn't cost $500,000, and he's working on that in conjunction with the food committee. We have some preliminary sketches and plans and drawings at this point, but they're just very preliminary. So need to get this special care remodel going, and then we're going to turn our attention to that and try to get that knocked out. Maybe some changes to the dining room a little remodeling in the dining room as well. But the third thing is we had talked about in 2019, we'd started a discussion about a beer and wine permit at Butterfield that would allow us to serve beer and wine at various functions. We eventually just dropped that in 2019, and COVID hit and tabled it and things. I've asked the food committee to do a survey of the different living areas to see what interest there is in that. The idea is that the revenue generated would pay the cost of the beer and wine and a salary to serve it, so there would be no impact on our monthly fees. Now, that's the idea. Hopefully that would turn out in practice that way. But let your food committee representative in your living area know your thoughts and wishes on this. It's something that we may proceed with. It's something we may not. But sure would like resident input on it to see what y'all think. So, and that is really all I had. We had our board meeting last night. We rescheduled it from Wednesday with the snow. Turned out we probably could have had it Wednesday and with no trouble. But anyway. And there was no significant items really to bring up from there. We had just housekeeping chores of our first meeting of the year. So, and with that, I'll open the floor to questions if anybody has any. So, oh, come on, I know somebody's got a question. So, no questions. Well, short town hall meeting for this month. Wait a minute, somebody's got a question. Oh. The beer and wine permit would allow to sell beer and wine by the drink. We would not sell it in the main dining room or the bistro during regular bistro hours. One of the reasons for that is that some people don't want to be involved in that kind of environment, so this would separate that. We would do something along the line of, and once again, this is just thoughts, 4 to 7 o'clock in the bistro. We'd open the bistro back up at 4 to 7. You could have a glass of wine before you go to dinner or a glass of wine after dinner. But something like 4 to 7 in the bistro, 3 or 4 nights a week is what we're thinking at this point in time. But once again, these are just thoughts. Share your thoughts or ideas with the food committee, and then we can compile a list and see what everybody thinks. So once again, it's not in my mind, it's not a big deal either way. We can do it, we cannot. It's just a lot of CCRCs have this type of service available. And we do have residents, new residents coming in, Carriage Club members ask if we have any type of thing like this, and it's just something we can add to our mix. It's something we don't have to either one, so I'd just like to see what residents think about it. And so, does that answer your question, Betty Lou? Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Would you clarify for everyone, especially Village Home, what they should do when the power goes out? Who to call and who they cannot call?
What the question is clarify what to do when the power goes out, especially if you're in a village home or cottage. Call the front desk or security. If the front desk is open, call the front desk. If they're not, call the security number that's on the handbook. They will see if by wild chance it's maybe just a breaker that can be thrown or something like this. They've also got the number to any of our maintenance staff that's on call. And if they need to, they'll call Joe, and then Joe is our main contact with the utility companies. We keep in contact with our utility companies. There's 2 different ones. This incident we had this week was with SWEPCO. Most of the campus is on Ozark. Is that right, Joe? Yep. And we do have a few of the village homes on the very south end of our property that's with SWEPCO. And as you know, SWEPCO had some transmission line problems with the trees, and the power was out for about 12 hours or so. Fortunately, it came back on about 2 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. So we were starting to sweat it a little bit because we were hoping it'd come on before then. But anyway, it came back on, and we were fine. But call the front desk if it's during regular hours. Call security if it's not, and then they will get maintenance and check on it, see maybe it's just a blown breaker or something, or if it's a utility problem, then we'll call the utility company. Any more questions? Well, thank you for coming to our town hall meeting for January, and good Lord willing, I'll see you back in February. So.